Hi everyone, this is James from pcmdinc.com here in Portland, Oregon, and today we're going to be talking about something known as Outlook autocomplete data, which is something very handy that we use probably every day, but we don't think much about. I'm going to start by bringing up my Outlook account here. So we're going to pretend for a moment that this is actually a fresh computer. So say you replaced your old computer and you've set up your new computer and you've got Outlook installed and you went ahead already and transferred all your data like your inbox, sent items, calendar and contacts, etc. To your new Outlook account, and you're going for the first time to create a new message. So I'm going to go up here and select new. And I'm going to start typing in my friend John Doe. I send email all the time to John Doe, and I want to see how he's doing. So I start typing in his name, and oh, that's weird. It used to automatically complete that field and just fill in his address, but now it's not doing that. So the reason for that is because our new computer does not have our autocomplete data that was stored on the old computer. And that's kind of the bummer, is that the autocomplete data isn't stored in the PST file, but actually in a separate file, which is known as an NK2 file. So where is that data file stored, and how can we get to it and replace it so we have access to all our, recipients that we used to type in? Well, I'll show you that now. So we're going to minimize all this and go to My Computer. And then from there, we're going to go to C, then Documents and Settings. And then you're going to want to go to whatever profile name that you're using. In this case, I'm using James Hegley. And now you can see that I have my hidden files and folders turned on by default. You might not have that turned on. To turn that on, you need to go to Tools, Folder Options, View, and Show Hidden Files and Folders. You're going to want to also uncheck the box for Hide Extensions for Known File Types. So make sure that that one's checked and that's unchecked. Hit OK. And we're going to go into Application Data, then Microsoft. Then we're going to go into Outlook. Now you can see here, now I can see my NK2 file extension on my file. If I didn't have the Hide Extension for Known File Types unchecked, basically everything would say James at pcmdinc.com. Well, except for this one. This one's recognized. But so these two files actually would be indistinguishable from one another. So it'd be hard to know which file you're supposed to work with. Okay, so looking at things here, let's go over real quick where we're located. So on a Windows XP machine, this particular data is stored under C, Documents and Settings, James Hegley, Application Data, Microsoft Outlook. Say you weren't actually using Windows XP, say you're using Windows 7 or Windows Vista. Well, then it'd be a little different. It would actually be stored under those particular machines under C, Users, App Data, Roaming, Microsoft, Outlook. So it's a little different for those machines, but it's pretty similar. So, and again, make sure that you have the hidden files and folders, or I should say, show hidden files and folders checked appropriately. Okay, so now they're going to take the next step, and that is going to be to replace our new NK2 file with our old one. And what I've done here is I've got an example of basically my old NK2 file here. In this case, it was called Outlook.nk2, stored on my desktop, and I basically copied that from my old computer. And now here you see it says James at pcmdinc.com.nk2. Now you're like, well, why are the names different? Well, it actually takes your name, or the name, from the Outlook profile name. And that can vary from computer to computer. In this case, it's James at pcmdinc.com because that's what my little program sets up for me in the beginning. On a different computer, Outlook.nk2 is usually the default profile name. So your actual NK2 file probably says Outlook.nk2. Before we move on and do anything else, we need to make sure that we actually close down Outlook for these next steps. So I'm going to right click on my Outlook here and say to close, and I want to say no, I don't want to save the changes, and they disappear like so. Okay, so now I'm going to come here to my NK2 file, right click, rename, and add .old. So that makes it technically a old file. Then I want to come here and on my desktop, this is my previous NK2 file that's got all my good information in it. I'm going to right click and copy, right click and paste. You can also just drag and drop, whatever you're more comfortable with. And now this is my good NK2 file now. I'm going to right click, rename, and I'm going to select, and I'm going to change that to James at pcmdinc space com, like so. I basically want it should match my old NK2 file exactly. So everything has to be exact. So what's going to happen now when I reopen Outlook, it thinks that this is the correct NK2 file, when in reality it's my old one, and it's now going to basically show all the proper information that I need. So I'm going to minimize this here and reopen my Outlook. So I've got my Outlook reopened now, and I'm going to go back and create a new message, like so. And I'm going to start typing my email to John. Oh, and there we go. All I had to do is type J, and it automatically pops up with his information. And I can just hit tab, and it automatically fills it in. So that's pretty much it. You can see why this can be really handy, especially if you do a lot of work in Outlook. And you can see if you hadn't saved a particular contact to your contact list, and you went back and tried to send them an email, you wouldn't know what their email address is. So this is why that's so nice and handy to have. So again, my name is James, and I'm from pcmdinc.com. That's pcmdinc.com here in Portland, Oregon. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.